Hey everybody, I'm Jessica Lynn and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be going over December's budget, how that went, and then January 2023! Ah! Happy New Year! I'd love to make this a goals and reset video on top of budget, but I also don't want it to be way too long. I'm a bit of a rambler, so I'm going to separate this as a budget video, and then my next video will be goals in different categories. So as a taster, I'll give 3 different goals in 3 different categories. So the first category would be money and finances, and that goal that I have is to open up my first Roth IRA, which I am very excited to do. My second goal is more of a personal goal, and that is to start up a new hobby. And by start up, I mean start up something that I've already kind of done in the past, but kind of dropped. And for me, I would love for that to be tennis. So if I can try to take 1 tennis lesson this year, that would be, or this month really, that would be awesome. I used to play in high school and I was never really that good. I just enjoyed it, but it seems like something fun to get back into, and I want to do something kind of skill based. And if not that, another skill that I had kind of picked up was adult coloring. I got an adult coloring book, colored pencils, markers, the whole gamut, and then I kind of did a couple photos and just dropped it completely. So that would also be fun to get into. So one of those I'll be happy with. And then the third category would be acting/career goals. And for me, a goal that I have this year would be to get back into the Los Angeles market for acting. Currently, I'm in the Southeast market as an actor, Southeast and Midwest. I'm repped in both of those areas, and I am repped in LA with a commercial agent, but I've had some good things happen this year. I had a couple of TV shows come out. I'm having things come out this next year as well that I'm excited for. So I have some good momentum, I think, to go in with to try to reach out to more reps on the film and TV side in LA. I have some more goals that, of course, I want to get into this year, this month, and on a larger scale, but like I said, I'm going to put that in a separate video, and if you'd like, you can check that out. Alright, so let's get into my December recap and see how we did on this month's budget. Here we are. So, for income, I ended up making $4,059. I was shooting for $4,500. I don't have the exact breakdown of that. It's split pretty evenly amongst nails, events and gigs that I worked this month, and acting. Just a bunch of side hustles. So that is that number there. Now spending. Okay. Auto insurance, met that goal. That was 83. Gas and fuel, I had set my budget at 125 and I only spent 42, which is crazy, but long story short, I didn't really drive anywhere. I had a couple events that I carpooled with, and then I didn't end up having to drive too far for certain events. And then we were supposed to travel for a week to Cleveland for Christmas, but that didn't happen. So, like I said, I just stayed home. I didn't really go anywhere. Or the things that socially that I did, I had people come over. So, yeah. Can't be mad about being way under in the gas category. Didn't spend anything on travel, business expenses because of what I just said. My Acorn subscription was $3. I spent $3. Paid for my care credit for my jaw appliance. That is $150. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm using Mint.com and the Mint app for my budgeting. It's not my favorite, but it is free and they've made some improvements, so I'm okay with it so far. But if you see this orange bar, that means whatever budget you set, you met it exactly. And then if you see this green bar, that means you're under budget. You had more left over since this is all empty. And then if you see this red bar down here, that means you went over budget. Okay, so mobile phone, I had set at 65 budget and I was at 120. I mentioned this in a previous video that it's because I didn't pay the bill last month. I pay my mom for that, so I just sent her double this month. Going down, streaming was set at 18, and I hit 18. Business services was set at 40. I only spent 21, which is great. Education I had set at 100, but really 60 is more of the average that comes out based on a couple classes I spend on. So the extra would just be for if I needed coaching for an audition or whatnot, which I didn't this month. So that's at 59 out of 100. Entertainment I had set at 200. I only spent 28. Like I said, I didn't do anything this month. And I did. I mean, we had some friends over for Christmas and a couple other nights like that, but those were very inexpensive. And I spent more of that type of money on food versus going out and doing different events around town. So, and again, we didn't get to go to Cleveland for Christmas since our flight was canceled. So only 28 was spent. Fast food, you can ignore that. Groceries was set at $225, and I was under budget at $182. However, restaurants was set at $250, and I spent $302. So basically, anything I had left over here went to restaurants. And I already had overestimated $250. I thought that would be high for restaurants, and I went over that. So yeah, that's fine. Charity, I had set for 30 and I spent 30. Gifts, I had budgeted at 500 and I spent 273. There were a couple gifts that I had left to give for my mom and my boyfriend's parents, but the gift that I wanted to get them, it just it went too high on Amazon. So I was waiting for it to come back down. So I'll gift them that a little bit later. And then my mom recently, she just moved in the middle of all of this. I didn't have her address. So I was also postponing her gift, and her birthday is coming up in January. So you'll see her budgeted amount come up there. Chiropractor, I had budgeted 110 and I spent 110. That means I got 2 adjustments, which is pretty average for me because of my jaw, neck, and back problems. Health insurance, I had set at 100. I wasn't sure how that would work out with renewing insurance, and I haven't paid for that yet. So my current amount was 52, my current premium. So I spent 52 out of 100. Massage, I had budgeted 85, and I spent 85. Health and fitness. I'm not sure what this is. Let me click on that. Okay, this is the part where Mint can get a little weird because I budgeted a separate amount. So you see health insurance, massage. Okay, I'm sorry. So we do see therapist here at 50, and I had only spent 39. So that was for a couple therapy appointments. Home improvement, I set at 25. I spent 9. I think I just bought some batteries. Home supplies, you know what? We're just gonna put this with home improvement because I bought a small little thing of paint so I can finally paint my coffee table that I said I was gonna paint for over a year now. There we go. Sorry if that's confusing. Okay, yeah, so now the 13 is in home improvement. So nothing for home supplies. Mortgage and rent, I had budgeted $625, spent $625. Miscellaneous expenses, I had set $120 because I knew I needed just a variety of random things, and I spent $89. So I had $31 left over. Beauty business expense, I had budgeted $50 and I spent $90. So I'm $40 over for that. I think, what did I do? Oh, Target. Yep. I needed some hair products, specifically in a skincare product. Yep, so that's that. Pets is 0 because that is my boyfriend's taking care of that part of the budget. Shopping, I had set at $200 and I spent $424, so I went over by $224. I, all the holiday deals, I got excited, and I haven't really shopped a lot this year, so yep, I did it. And then travel. Travel, if you don't know, my boyfriend and I have booked a cruise for January, so we spent that money already this month. So that's at, I had budgeted $1,100 and I spent $1,049. So I have 51 left. And that 51, you'll see I budgeted for that in January because we have additional money we're going to spend, like on a bar tab, and just extra money for if we do, what's it called, excursions, and things like that. So do not pay attention to any of this. Again, this is what I don't love about Mint, because I had budgeted $4,500 for income, which I might have to change that around because I don't like how it does this. And I had budgeted spending at $43.73. And so it's saying, according to that, I would have $127 left over, but that's totally not true. So if we go over here to trends, I think, trends, and then let's see. Oh yeah, net income. 172.47. That's what I have left over. So you see the income I made, 40.58, and then the money I spent, 38.86. 172 is what's left over. So that is what's accounted for in my January budget. So yeah, that was December. I was technically under budget, but not by much. And it's the holidays, and even though we didn't travel, we find other ways to spend our money, and all the sales and things like that. So I'm fine with it. Now let's go over to January's budget. Also, I thought I should mention about Mint. I don't love with Mint that usually you would put all of your essential expenses first. So rent, utilities, bills, things like that. But in Mint, I'm pretty sure it just organizes it by the categories in alphabetical order. So that's why you see auto randomly first, because it's with an A. So yeah, I can't really change that part, but it might be confusing for some people, but I've been using it, so it's fine for me. But I just thought I'd explain that. Okay, so now we are over in January's budget. So I just got this template from another YouTuber. I believe her channel is called Personal Finances with Layla. And she's great. She's got a great channel. If you already follow her, awesome. If not, check her out. She allows you to take a copy of her template, so that's what I'm using here. And if I like it, I'm going to keep using it. So let's see how it goes. Alright, so I already put in my income so far that I have this month. Definitely will go up, just not sure by how much, because I have a million jobs, and that's part of this channel too, is learning how to manage money when you're really not sure what your income will be. So I kind of try to base a budget off of an average from previous months, and that is what we'll see. So work income so far is at $13.29.14. Side hustle money is at $700, and then rollover from December's budget is at $172. Now that total is $22.01.14. But for vacation, I I already have a savings amount from a bunch of work, and I haven't been sure what to do with that money yet because that was supposed to go towards that private student loan that I no longer have. So now I'm probably going to use that money for the Roth IRA and other savings and sinking funds, things like that. So anyways, I am taking 300 for this vacation because I'm doing that, and I very much need to go on this trip. So there you go. So that takes my total to 2501 so far for this month's budget. Now, we have rent. Scroll up. Sorry. Okay. So we have rent at $575. It's usually $625, but our landlord takes off $50 at the beginning of every year because he's awesome. Auto insurance is $83, but that will be changing this year very soon. Cell phone is not $300. That was just in here. Cell phone. Oops. Oh my gosh. No. Cell phone is just $60. Okay. Streaming is $18. That's for Stars and Hulu. Gas, I had set at $100. I'm hoping way less again. Care credit is at $150. I have about $700 left to pay for this jaw appliance. I mostly paid it off, but had a little bit left over, and so I used care credit for that. But I'm thinking of just using that big lump sum of savings that I have and just throwing that at the $700 so I can just be done with that and move on with life and other stuff we gotta pay for. So stay tuned for that. Health insurance. I still need to pick out a plan. I have till like the end of January. They told me to solidly pick a plan. So I'm still debating whether I'm staying with my old insurance, which is going up. It was $52 a month, and I believe it was going up to $111. So we're just gonna put that for now unless I change a plan. You'll see that reflected in the January update. Groceries. I am going to go for $200 this month just because we're going on that vacation for a few days, and I'm really going to try my hardest to eat at home, not eat out too much. Dining, I'm setting at $60. Chiropractor, we're going to set at $110 again for the average of 2 that I usually need a month. Massage, also going to set at $85. Therapy, not entirely sure because of insurance resetting with deductibles and all of that, but for now I'm going to set that at $50. Business expenses. I don't anticipate having to get too many business related expenses this month, so I'm just setting that at $50 to be safe. Shopping. So shopping's not for clothes this month. I'm not buying any clothes for vacation. Whatever I have is enough. But let's see. I do need to get another tripod for the camera because I want to vlog while we're on the cruise. And what else? I do have to get oh yeah, like a mini more portable camera bag for my camera. So I'm going to say $50. I'm not sure. I will look that up. Let's see what online has to offer. Okay, so birthday, holiday expenses. I want to get a gift for my mom. And actually, another holiday is my anniversary with my boyfriend. And I obviously want to get him a nice gift, but I'm not sure what that is looking like right now. I would love to say $150, but again, because I just don't know what my income is looking like, I don't want to overdo that if I just realistically can't. I'm going to put $150 total between my mom's birthday and anniversary and see what we can do there. But right now, my necessary expenses are kind of everything up here first. So really just got to like look at that and then just keep an eye on how the month goes from there. Okay, education is only set at 60. That's for acting, my acting subscription for my studio and some UX stuff. Pets is at 0 because my boyfriend, that's his responsibility because he makes more. Gym is at 0 because I work out at home. I have we have a lot of at-home workout equipment and it's been going pretty okay. Not well, but okay. Let me stop doing that. It's going pretty good because I'm doing it. I'm working out at least 2 times a week, sometimes more, but I would love to have my average set at 3 times minimum, but that is neither here nor there. Vacation, I already said I pulled that from my savings fund, and that is going to be 300. So that's covering extra stuff for the cruise, and then also an Uber, because we're gonna have to Uber we're flying into Miami, so from there to the cruise port, and then also we're gonna have some time in Miami after we get off the cruise, so probably food for that, and also parking at the airport since we're leaving our car there. Now, entertainment. I don't anticipate too much entertainment this month, but the one goal that I mentioned was doing a tennis lesson, and I looked up there's a tennis rec center where I live in Atlanta, and the lessons are, I think, within $30, so I'm going to put that for now. And then Roth IRA, this is just because I just don't know right now. I'm just going to set that at 0, but I do have money to play with there with savings. I'm thinking of starting anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, and then maybe setting an automated thing of like $50 every month. But what I'm going to do is talk to someone I know in finances. My boyfriend works with his uncle who works for Putnam Investments, and that's who he opened his account with. So I'll talk to those couple of people just to get a little bit more of a better idea of what direction to go into, because I had originally thought I would start something with Fidelity Investments or a Wealthfront, and now I'm not as sure. So that's going to be part of this month's work, just kind of feeling all of that out, if that makes sense. So let's see, what did that bring this total budget to? So that brings the total budget for this month, the total expenses so far are $22.42. I don't know what this category is. Other? Oh, actual. Let's set that all to 0 because we don't know what any of that is yet. So yeah, $22.42. It's saying so far I would have $259 left over, which is good, but hopefully we get more going on in the income category. But if not, I'm going to be super conscientious of what I'm spending this month. I really mean it, because I have goals that involve, besides a vacation, getting ready to prepare, rehearsing for a show starting the end of January. So I really want to stay focused with food, with health, with working out, because that particular rehearsal process is going to be pretty, I think, intense on my body and mentally. And so I just want to do as much as I can to get ready for that, which is also part of why that vacation is so essential this month. I really need to get my mind right. That is December recap and January 2023 budget. I'm excited. I really feel in so much of a better mental space than where I was a year ago. And even a year ago when I started this whole budgeting journey and I fell off for a little while, I've come to a place where I've really forgiven myself for all of that. I really needed to. I had some kind of big life shifts and dealing with a lot of chronic pain and just a lack of being able to focus on a lot of things. And so I'm glad I took that time, and I'm still taking that time to get to where I want to be, and that's okay. Life's gonna always come at you and happen, and it's just about kind of giving yourself some grace and forgiveness and reprioritizing what you can and realizing that you don't need to have your plate full. I tend to have it over full, so I'm gonna have it maybe 3/4 full and see where that gets me. So yeah, thank you so much. If you have watched today's video, I really appreciate it. Please leave a comment. If you liked it, give it a like. Really appreciate that. And once again, my name is Jessica Lynn. I'll see you in the next one. Happy New Year and have fun if you're going out tonight, but please be safe. All right. Bye.